Hi, I'm Brett and this is my Studio 5 Project 2 assignment. Executive Summary. In this report, I'll be creating a product and an app to reduce the amount of food waste being generated in households. I'll create a puck that shows the amount of time an item has been left in the fridge. This will be priced at $15. An app will also be created to help a user track their food inventory and help create meal plans. Design brief. The goal of this design is to reduce the amount of food waste being generated in households. The design should focus to reduce the amount of waste being generated from overbuying and from forgetting what ingredients in meals they currently own. The design will include a product as well as an app to improve the user's experience with the system designed. Food recovery hierarchy. The image shown on the right shows the most preferred to the least preferred systems implemented to reduce food waste. My system will aim to focus on the source reduction stage, which is the most preferred system in the food recovery hierarchy. Here's some personas. Here's a system diagram I designed. It starts with the user creating a shopping list on the app, and then they go to the shops and then they can scan the receipt on their barcode to add all of their items to the app. Then they can cook a meal, attach a puck to it, set the time, and then once the timer runs out they can either eat their food or throw it out, and then the user can update the inventory on their phone and then they can create a new shopping list for the next week. System storyboard. Here I've got some pucks attached to a side of the fridge on this charging stand. The user selects one, sets the time, and then attaches it to a container. Here I've got a user using Siri to create a shopping list in the app. Then the app will give them a notification that the shopping list has been created, and the user can go shopping to prevent overbuying. Here I've got the user coming home from shopping. They can scan the barcode on their receipt and then all the items are automatically added to the app. Here I've got some market research of tiles. They are attachable tags that can help a user find items that they've lost. This shows that there's a market for items that have been lost and a user trying to find where they've placed it. They're priced at $15 to $35. Expiry puck requirements. I found that for my puck, I would decide that the requirements would have to be that the timer would show the days old or days left. It should be attachable to any container, and the battery life should last for 1 month. Here I've got some ideation. Here I've done some prototyping on attaching the puck to a container. I decided that using magnets would be the best idea because it's easy and simple, and it's similar to the system that an Apple Watch uses to attach it to a charging stand. Here I've got some concepts for the rotating bezel. Here I've got the first iteration of the screen showing that it can do contents name of the food that's in the container, and it can also show how many days it's been in the fridge. My next iteration for the screen was having a color-coded system, which was green for 1 week, orange for 2 weeks, and red for 3 weeks. Finally, I had iteration 3, which was the one I chose, which has the days left and how many days are old on the screen, and you could choose your preference for which one was displayed the biggest, and it also had a timeline around the edge showing how many days had been in the fridge or freezer, and the final day would be highlighted in red so you could visually see that it was getting close to the expiry day. Here I've got an exploded view of my puck. I've got a e-ink display to save on power and make the battery last longer. It's also got a light sensor so the puck can turn on when it's exposed to light and then turn off to avoid wasting its power. I've got a rotating bezel for the dial that will be made from aluminium, and then I've got a magnetic base with a battery that's wireless charging, and that will also be made from aluminium, and then I've got an attachable magnetic plate that can attach to any container. Here I've got the Expiry puck charging station. It will come in a configuration where you can charge 2 pucks at once, but if you want to have more, you can buy more charging stations, and they can just attach to the bottom of each other in the configuration that I've shown with 8 pucks. The charging station can be used with a cable or with AA batteries to help with the versatility, and it can magnetically attach to a fridge. Here I've got an example of setting the days on the expiry puck. You simply just turn the bezel clockwise and it sets the date. Here I've got an example of the expiry puck being repaired. Once the expiry puck's battery is used and reached its end of life, you can replace the battery for $5 from a technician, which avoids the user having to buy new pucks and reduces the amount of waste being generated. Once the puck reaches its end of life, the user can return it to the store where it can be recycled or reused into new pucks. Here I've got an example of scale. The expiry puck would be similar size to the Apple Watch, and here I've got a photo of the puck being used in context on a container. Overall, the expiry puck should be attachable to any container. It's priced at $15 per puck. It displays the days left when the puck is exposed to a light source. It gives a visual cue showing how old the contents are and helps the user find what they have in their fridge. The battery life should last for 1 month, and it resets when it's placed on the charging station. App requirements. The features for my app should be an inventory management, menu planning, shopping list generator, expiry tracker, receipt scanner, and meal suggestions. My first iteration for the screen. This is the one on the left is the one for the storage, the one in the middle is the one for a menu planner, and the one on the right is for a receipt scanner. Then I've got some more prototypes, which is one for the receipt scanner showing the items have been added, one for a shopping list, and one for a meal suggestions screen. Here I have my app working. The user can click on items in their inventory, and then they can reduce the amount they currently own or increase the amount they currently own. Then they can go to their menu planner and see what they have to make for the week. Then they can go to their shopping list and they can select what they've bought or deselect what they haven't bought. Then they've got a receipt scanner where they can scan their barcode and items are added to their inventory. And they've got meal suggestions where they can add an ingredient and have recommended meals.